Hi everyone, Andrea here. Let's get started with what's a meal planning mindset and why should you care? So hi everyone, I'm so happy to have you here. I'm Andrea, life coach and mindset mentor specialized in helping female entrepreneurs to thrive in their body and business. Even though I'm a walking success story now, there was a time when things were different and all I wished was more energy. I'll tell you more about it in a few moments. A few details about me for those who don't know me. Besides my successful coaching practice, I love ballet, ballroom dancing, and sitting on my cozy couch reading a good book. But not only I love ballet, I also started to dance ballet at the age of 36. And well, now I'm really on point and it's a lot of fun. Ballroom dancing is also great, but the older I get, the more I enjoy reading on the couch. I live in Vienna, in Austria, with my fluffy cat, Cleo, and my family. So, let's get started right away. Let's start with what meal planning can do for you. One of the most important things you can do for your business is to plan ahead. Most entrepreneurs understand the importance of having a business plan, a weekly to-do list, or a social media plan. Some also take care of their work-life balance and plan breaks or plan going for a walk. So I found this statistic very interesting. So it says if Americans had an extra 4 hours every week, most say they would exercise or spend time with friends and family. Only about 1 in 10 would spend any of the time cooking or tracking their activity or diet. It's even worse than when you look at the bottom, only 4% would do grocery shopping. So that brings up the question, when no one goes grocery shopping, how could they start cooking or baking? That's really an interesting statistic because the question is, where does the energy come from? What most entrepreneurs underestimate is that their body's energy resources are limited. Especially women have that thought. If they don't plan to eat clean food, they'll burn out, feel exhausted, and miss ease in life. Planning meals ahead is a key strategy to reaching your business, body, and personal goals, maintaining your ideal mindset and having enough energy for the work you love. You surely know the saying, when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I find this to be so very true when it comes to thriving in your body and business. I read it again to you. When you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And I guess all you want is to succeed. So you have to start to plan. The most common challenge is when I'm working with women, they often tell me in the first coaching session that meal planning hasn't worked. Even if they tried hard, they failed. They have fallen into the trap of flying by the seat of their pants, and they end up feeling stressed and guilty. Can you relate? I guess everyone has tried planning their meals, has tried a diet, and we tried really hard, but we failed. So, no worries, we'll fix this today. Trust me. So first of all, about our body and business growth, from dream to success. So first of all, you have a dream, and then you need the energy to turn your dream into a reality. Where does the energy come from? the energy comes from food. This is one source. It also may come from meditation or other activities. But food is really a big resource. And in order to really eat healthy, you really have to plan your meals. So the last slide we had, it said that a lot of people failed in the past with planning their meals, and that's because they had the wrong mindset. You have to get your mindset right so you can bloom like this beautiful sunflower. So from dream to success, you really need energy, you need quality fuel, you need to plan your meals, and you need to have the right mindset to be a beautiful sunflower. So I created this masterclass because you asked for it. I receive a lot of emails from women asking, how do I plan my meals? How do I stick with these new habits? I fail, I feel frustrated. What can I do? So that's one reason why I created this masterclass. I created this masterclass because I also want to show you that planning your meals can be easier than you think. That's good news. I know you don't believe me right now, but stay with me. We'll get this covered. And I want to help you stop feeling overwhelmed by providing clear, easy information so that you can replenish your energy properly and thrive for good in both your body and your business. Additionally, I know changing habits, even if they are very small, sounds difficult. But with a little guidance, preparation, endurance, and the right mindset, anyone can create healthy, happy habits for good. I also created this masterclass to give you the tips and tricks of how to live with less stress and how to perfectly plan meals so you know exactly what steps to take and when. The thing about eating well is that it can improve how you feel, how you think, and how well you can focus. That's good news, right? I know what can happen when you feel overwhelmed by all the complicated planning advice and you don't know where to start. Guess what happens? Nothing. Because when it is too difficult to get started, you become paralyzed and don't change your habits, meaning you stay stuck on a low energy level. Imagine what could happen if you knew a simple step-by-step plan that would help you get started. Guess again? Yes, you will give it a try and realize that changing your habits is a lot easier than you ever thought. Now think about what all of that would mean for you. You would be able to eat healthy meals and raise your energy level, all the while not feeling exhausted. You could serve your clients at the highest energy level. You will feel excited every single day when you wake up. So you are in the right place if you ultimately want to save time and thrive in your body and business. You want to save calories too, because many times we impulse buy and end up choosing convenience or processed foods. I guess you can relate to that. You're also in the right place if you're feeling overwhelmed by all the meal planning advice and you're curious about how to create a brilliant mindset to avoid falling off the wagon. You are in the right place if your motivation is very strong when you start planning meals, but after day 4, you begin to stray because your motivation is not strong enough. How to get the most out of this webinar? Close down other applications like Facebook, Skype, or Messengers. Silence your phone, grab your workbook and a pen to take some notes. I know I sound like a teacher, but trust me, write down your questions and send me an email afterwards. Coffee and tea are fine. I have a glass of water and I will take a sip of water right now. And I know you will not do all this, right? But I want you to understand why I do want you to focus. I'm not telling you this because I want your undivided interest. I mean, honestly and secretly, I do. But I'm telling you this because that's the most important mindset strategy ever. And additionally, my number one goal is to help you succeed. And stick around for a surprise at the end of the webinar. I have a very special offer for you, and I'm pretty sure you will like it. My story in a nutshell. Maybe you think, who's Andrea? Why is she talking to me about meal planning, healthy eating, and mindset? So let me tell you, the picture on the right side, I'm not really pleased to share that, but I have to. That's me about 15 to 20 years ago. And even though I'm a walking success story now, there was a time when I prioritized work over everything else. And as a result, I was completely exhausted. The only thing I was truly wishing for was more energy. All I needed was more energy. When I hit rock bottom, I was tired of feeling exhausted and not being able to thrive in my business and powerfully serve my clients. I had a dream to help my clients. I had a dream how to grow my business, but I didn't have the energy. My life turned around. Now listen, when I started focusing on what was on the other end of my fork. I chose to make clean eating, meal planning, and identifying mindset issues that kept me from thriving in my life and work a priority. In the beginning, it felt like I was not focusing on my business. But, in fact, the opposite was true. Since then, I wake up every morning feeling energized and refreshed, excited to do the work I love and serve my clients best. I can't remember the last time I was wishing for more energy. Now my healthy lifestyle brilliantly supports my body and business. My biggest takeaway from these years was to have enough energy and to truly help my clients succeed, and I learned that I needed a comprehensive and organized approach to planning. I'm not the kind of person that just likes to wing it when it comes to my business, and maybe you feel the same way. My number one goal is to help you succeed. That's exactly why I provide entrepreneurs and busy business owners who are passionate about the work with the tools, coaching, and resources they need to have a thriving body and business. I really love what I do. So I developed a coaching and meal planning system to help my clients make simple, step-by-step changes they could stick with long term. The results were amazing, so I decided to share my coaching and programs online too. What you'll get today. I have been a life coach and mindset mentor for 20 years. Today, I will share with you what has worked for me and my clients in this free masterclass, Meal Planning Mindset for Winners. When you look to the right top corner, there's the old picture of me 15 to 20 years ago, and there's a new picture. So I think I'm a winner. Let's get started. Now let's talk about meal planning mindset for winners. I'd love for you to take the right steps to uncover hidden challenges in your meal planning journey that may be sabotaging your ability to finally change for the better and have maximum energy. 20 years of coaching women has shown me 3 things. First, change is not easy. I guess you agree. Second, knowing what to do is one thing. And third, implementing it is a whole other matter. That's so true, right? So here's a meal planning reality check, something fun for you. So you start planning your meals and it goes like this. On Monday, curried eggplant with tomatoes and basil. Sounds amazing. Tuesday, 3-bean chili with spring pesto. Wednesday, cool southwestern salad with corn. Well, was cancelled. You eat leftovers. Thursday, well, dry cereal of whatever. Friday, the tears of your forefathers. And Saturday, the kitchen is closed because I hate everyone. I posted this pic in a Facebook group and one person replied and she said, yes, that's the reason why on Saturday her husband is cooking. So we came up with the idea we should add Sunday to this graphic and say, marry a cook. That might help, so on Saturday you have something nice to eat. Okay, let's face the truth. To make your meal planning a habit, you have to take the right steps, including the right mindset shifts. Here's what we're going to cover today. The exact steps that set you up for a brilliant mindset and becoming a meal planning pro, so you can thrive in your body and business without burning out. That's the point, without burning out. Here's what we're going to cover today. First, why do you need a plan? Let's find out your motivation for creating this new habit. Second, how meal planning makes your life easier and helps you save a lot. So you really know why this is the best thing you can do to increase your energy level for good. Third, how to create a brilliant mindset to easily plan your meals on a regular basis so you can get past day 4 on your new meal planning journey and become healthier. Fourth, an easy to implement step-by-step plan to follow so you can be sure that your planning works even when you are in a rush and super busy. Plus, I have 3 bonus tips for you. It's my commitment to give you everything I can in the time we have together. With the tips I'm sharing, you will be able to get started right away so you can start to see immediate results. That's what you want, right? Immediate results. Remember, my number 1 goal is to help you succeed, because I not only work with women on how to create healthy habits, but I help them to achieve the right mindset that sets them up for success. Going deeper. Now I know some of you may have additional questions or want to learn more about creating new habits and living healthier for good. So for those of you who want to go further, I'll tell you how to do that at the end. And there is the surprise for you. Stay tuned, you will like it. Let's get started with creating a meal planning practice for maximum energy and a thriving body and business. Number one, why do you need a plan? We're all busy and have a million things to juggle, and this is why planning is so important for your success. If you find yourself feeling stressed about figuring out what to make for dinner and not finding time to exercise, a little advanced planning might just make a huge difference for you. I know, it helps me a ton. If you find yourself wondering what's for dinner and it's 5 p.m., you probably failed to plan. It happens to all of us, believe me. I'm not perfect either, but I plan things out a lot more now than I did in the past. And it's a lot less stressful and a whole lot healthier. Think about your energy level, a whole lot healthier. By taking just a little bit of extra time to plan, you can make sure that you always have healthy food choices at your fingertips, and you aren't rushing to make quick, convenient, highly processed choices. Second, so if you hear a meow in the background, Cleo wants to be on the masterclass too and says hello. Okay, number two, how meal planning makes your life easier and helps you feel your best quickly. You're busy, 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 and the thought of having to plan out meals may feel like just one more chore to add to your already long list of things to do. I know. To be honest, it has not always been my all-time favorite thing to do either. What I found is that taking time to plan for meals each week and writing out a grocery list means that I ultimately saves time, it saves money, it means fewer, less desirable calories, and it means less stress. Menu planning saves time because first you know what's for dinner and you won't have to run to the grocery store as frequently. It saves money because eating out is so much more expensive than preparing simple meals at home. You can definitely save in calories too, because many times we impulse buy and end up choosing convenient or processed foods. So you make sure you always have healthy food choices at your fingertips. That's why you save calories too. Finally, planning meals reduces stress because you have a solid plan for your week and you won't have to rack your brain at the last minute to figure out the age-old question, what's for dinner? My main argument is a meal plan is the business plan for your body. I think every entrepreneur agrees. A meal plan is the business plan for your body. Additionally, meal planning means less food waste because you've only bought the items you need to prepare your meals. And personally for me, that's a really important point to take care of the environment, reduce the environmental footprint, and really produce as less waste as possible. Number 3, an easy to implement step-by-step plan to follow. Get organized and practical. Pick a day to be your menu planning day. For me, that means Saturday or Sunday. But choose the day that works best for you. Consider which day of the week you can make time to sit down and figure out what to have for dinner during the week. Ask yourself, will you plan the same day you do the grocery shopping? Or will you plan the night before and shop the next morning? My method. Sometimes I like to plan the menu on Sunday and then do the shopping on Monday. Before I start, I like to ask for input from my family to see what they want for dinner during the upcoming week. Check out what works for you. Do you prefer to look through cookbooks, existing recipe cards, or find recipes online, or maybe a combination of all 3? Does your family have a favorite meal that they like to have each week? So, how to stop feeling overwhelmed for good? Start with what you know so you don't feel overwhelmed. If you already have a recipe box with a lot of recipes, start there. Simply start there. Find 5 or 6 you want to make for the week and go with that. You can add to the repertoire little by little. It's all about baby steps. First tiny steps towards a planning practice. If you typically eat out most nights, maybe start with planning just 3 dinners this week and increase your menu planning from there. Really, keep it simple. It's really easy. Well, choose to keep it simple. It's a choice to keep it simple. Consider the nights that may be typically hectic with kids' activities, meetings, or any other obligation you may have. Then, think about what would be the easiest meals to make on those nights. Simplicity is queen, always. For me, that means something in the handy-dandy slow cooker once or twice a week. Or you may want to double a recipe and have it ready to reheat on a second night. A simple strategy. Another option is to double up your recipe for one dish and set half aside to add to a salad as your main meal on another night. Choose quick and easy meals when you know you won't have much time to cook, or maybe plan on those being your crockpot nights. The grocery list. After you've figured out your meals for the week, it's time to create your grocery list. Be sure to check your fridge and pantry first to see what you already have, and then make the list of what you need. Creating a quick grocery list on your phone. If you have a smartphone, your shopping list can be made much easier. My client's favorite grocery shopping smartphone app is called Our Groceries. You simply add my grocery items to the list in categories like products, veggies, and fruits, and so on. My clients love the app Our Groceries. Well done, planning hero. Okay, so you figured out which nights are busy. You have your menus for the week, and you have your grocery shopping list all set. You'll want to be sure to write down your menu plan for the week so you and your family remember what you're having each night. Post it on the fridge or somewhere else you can see it easily. So I just had to take a sip of water, and now we start with how to create a brilliant mindset to easily plan your meals on a regular basis. Now you have some great strategies for meal planning. But what happens after you do 1 or 2 weeks of preparation and meal planning and you start to lose your motivation? What happens when your planning and shopping days roll around and you find yourself super busy and the last thing you have time for is planning your weekly meals? The overall question is, how can you keep your determined mindset and stay motivated? Let's talk motivation. About motivation. Motivation is not something that mystically appears one day and leaves you uncertain if it will stick with you on day 4. But that's what most people think and do. They start a new habit, but never think about renewing their motivation. That's the point, renewing the motivation. The number one complaint I hear is, my motivation doesn't last. After 4 days, I fell back into my old habits. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm frustrated. I failed. I got so caught up in business, I completely forgot to shop for groceries and ate junk food again. Well, you know what? People often say that motivation doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. That's why we recommend it daily. Renewing, that's the point. So I read it again. People often say that motivation doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. That's why we recommend it daily. I want you to understand your mindset plays a key role in your life. Whether you use it actively and are aware of it or not, it will work, always. An experiment. Let's give it a try and do an experiment. Just for 1 second. Don't think about a pink elephant. Don't think about a pink elephant. What happened in your mind? That's our friend. Isn't he or she lovely pink? My tiny input about a pink elephant interrupted your thoughts. Now you see a pink elephant in front of your mind's eye. Your lesson, undoubtedly, the lesson learned from this experiment is you get what you focus on. So focus on what you want. Do you want a pink elephant? Focus on a pink elephant. Do you want to eat healthy? Focus on eating healthy. You always get what you focus on. So focus on what you want. Putting this into action and creating the right mindset. Bath daily to renew your motivation daily. I think nearly everyone showers once a day or at least every second day. So while you shower or while you're in your bathing tube, just think about your motivation. That's a good combination. Showering, renewing the motivation. Every time you shower, think about your motivation. And a pink elephant is not what you want. So always focus on what you want in order to achieve it easily. That's the keyword. Avoid the struggle. Focus on what you want in order to achieve it easily. For instance, focus on having a time each week to create a meal plan. A lot of people say, okay, yes, the next week I will plan my meals. Maybe next week I have time for doing XYZ. But having a focus and saying, okay, on Sunday I sit down at 4 p.m. and I take 15 to 20 minutes to plan my meals ahead of time. That's a focus. Then you will do it and it gets easily done, and it will get easier and easier and easier, and you reduce the struggle. So always focus on what you want in order to achieve it easily. Get your mindset right and focus on success. Meal planning is the business plan for your body. Here we are, the bonus tips. Number 1, cook once, eat twice. Plan to make double or triple what you would normally make for dinner, so you have leftovers for lunches, for adults as well as kids, and or another dinner. You also have the option to freeze some of the leftovers to use the following week if you prefer. Bonus tip number 2. Cook grains like rice ahead of time for the week. Then refrigerate and use them later in the week. Add a little water when reheating. Most grains will keep for 3 to 5 days in the fridge. Bonus tip number 3. Create a 4-week dinner plan. Typically, people eat dinner out twice a week. It is likely that you already have 20 recipes that you can prepare at home. That means you can prepare about 4 weeks worth of meals without repeating a meal. Not bad. And that's one of my best tips. Start with a soft approach. Even if you start out just planning 3 of your meals each week, it will make a difference. I feel so much less stressed when I know I'm ready for the week and I have what I need to make healthy meals. Taking 30 minutes to plan your meals will save you much more time and energy in the long run. Well, even I struggled at first. I'll be honest, I thought meal planning for a long time because it just seemed too time-consuming. But now that I do plan on a regular basis, it's so much faster and easier. Now I look at my week ahead of time. Saturday or Sunday is great for this, and I can be proactive with finding time to exercise and prepare healthy meals. If I would have left things to chance years ago, I would probably never started to refill my body with quality fuel or have healthy snacks at my fingertips. My body thanks me every day with feeling energized and ready to serve my coaching clients in a brilliant way. Now you know the answer. Once you start implementing a weekly meal plan, you'll notice you feel less stressed over the dinner time rush, and you may just have a better answer to the question, what's for dinner? So, how cool is this? 2 big tasks, less to be stressed about. Meal planning, check. Mindset, check. You're all set up to bloom. You know why you need to plan, how to plan. You know how to create a brilliant mindset. You have a step-by-step plan, and you have bonus tips that will make your life easier. Check, you're all set up to bloom and be a beautiful sunflower. Now, Let's take it to the next level. I know that if you implement just one part of what we have talked about today, you will see immediate results. When I work with clients, we go much deeper than I was able to go today. Earlier, I promised that I'd share with you how you can take this even further. You are invited. So, if what we talked about today resonates with you and you're ready to go deeper, I have a special surprise for you. Remember, my number one goal is to help you succeed. Oops. Here we are. That's exactly why I invite you to meet with me on Skype for a 60-minute consultation. Are you interested to bring forth the best you so that you can thrive in your business? But does spending time on self-care and healthy eating feel like you're not focusing on your business? Imagine what could happen if you would invest in yourself to have more energy for your business. So what you can expect. I'll help you understand what's going on in your mindset. I'll help you to avoid the pink elephant. And we'll map out a brilliant little plan so you can quickly feel better and start thriving in your business this year. Here's a raving fan. It's Birgit from Vienna, and she says, in just 60 minutes with Andrea, I found out so much. It's unbelievable. Andrea is a hidden gem. Don't let the opportunity to work with her pass by. I left the session with a plan that actually works. How much does it cost? Usually your investment in this 60-minute session is about $237. As a special thank you for joining me, your investment today is only $97 when you book your session by 6 p.m. Brisbane time. So I'll help you find your brilliance. You may have had trouble making changes in the past, and I want to show you that this time can be different, especially if you have someone like me to encourage you, support you, and inspire you every step of the way. Please know, I don't want anything to get in your way, and I wish for you to start thriving in your body and business rather sooner than later. Take action now and book your 60-minute mindset clarity session. I'll send out the replay email after the masterclass to all people who signed up. But the price will go up to $127. This is a one-time only chance at this brilliant price for $97 right now. Here's Sarah, another raving fan from San Francisco. She says, I loved working with Andrea. She has opened up my mind to new ideas about creating sustainable, healthy habits, reorientating my mindset, and having greater care for my body and planning ahead. Additionally, having someone who believes in you even when you don't is priceless. So how to book your coaching? You go to the page andreazimmel.com/bonus. You click the Buy Now button and you're all set up for a brilliant mindset session. Oops. Oh, we're not done. It's not finished. So once again, you just go to the site andreazimmel.com/bonus. There's a Buy Now button. You can pay via PayPal or credit card, and you're all set up for a brilliant mindset session with me. And then another page pops up with all the instructions and how we meet on Skype and how we arrange the time together. So now I'm finished. I've told you everything I wanted to share with you. And I'm so glad you could all join today. I hope you found some motivating and inspiring information that you're able to use in your everyday life. If you have further questions or I didn't answer your questions today, please send me an email to andrea@andreazimmel.com and I'm more than happy to answer them. Really, don't be shy. I love to answer your questions. Send an email to andrea@andreazimmel.com and I'll answer your question. So that's it. Goodbye for now. Wishing you a good morning, a great day, or a great night wherever you are in the world. And bye for now.